Ready for this? I'm not. Boys, welcome. Please lift the cloche.
Do you reckon we're going function over form or the other way around this time? Answered me.
Yes, that's right. Answer. Welcome to another famous kitchen gadgets with a chef and a home cook reviewing and putting these to the test. But there is a big catch. One of the kitchen gadgets that you are about to see is completely and utterly fake. We just made it up, but I'm not going to tell the guys that. Play along, enjoy, and let's get back to the first gadget.
What is that size? Does it segment a saxuma?
Is it for picking something up? I hope not.
I presumed it was the other way around, but you could be right. What would you need to pick up?
I don't know.
This is great, straight away. Then it's called the flower.
Oh, so yeah, it's the way it was presented. I was saying it feels like a satsuma that was peeled, and then you put it in, and it went like a Terry's chocolate orange.
Yeah, so it's a satsuma revealer. So you pre-segment it, put it back in its shape, and then open it up.
No. As in, I wondered if it would do the work.
You're nowhere near, boys. This is the flour Bowsy dumpling maker. It can help make perfect steamed stuffed buns in just minutes. Achieve professional results. When finishing your dumplings, simply place your filled dumpling in the middle of the flour and raise the outer casing to crimp your dumpling closed.
It could work.
That could be quite clever if it works. Wow. Because that is, we've all done the pleats and there's a certain number of, it's good luck if you do 13 or whatever it is. It's a challenge to get them looking good. We'll try a couple each, Mike.
Yeah.
Go on, grab a little bowl, flatten it out, create a cup, add your filling, and pop into the Bowsy maker.
What's our mixture, Baz?
Delicious spicy pork and prawn mixture.
Is that right? Just do that?
That is what that's what I've seen.
Might have gone too much, but that is.
Commit. Squeeze out a bit of excess.
Yeah, must have been too much filling. Must have been too much filling.
Pass the steamer basket open, we'll oil our bottom and get ready. Once these are perfect, we'll put them on there. I've done most of the work by hand, just see if this now make it nice.
Okay, I've gone purposefully a little bit smaller.
If you do this by hand, there'd be no chance, is there, of you getting this right?
For the sake.
Oh, now you're going to challenge me to do it by hand.
Don't put me in a box.
You, on the other hand, was obviously a trained professional, but Mike, come on.
No, these are fiddly. They take a bit of getting used to. The dough's great because it's just the right tackiness that it sticks to itself.
Yeah, I went too small, so there really is a knack to getting the right size. And I imagine, once you know what that is, got a little nip.
That looks pretty good. Much better than mine.
We need to find the middle ground between my little one and your big one.
I'm surprised by your positivity.
That's cool.
In that it's obviously a one-use piece of tatty bit of plastic. I'd expect a different reaction.
In its tatty bit of plastic use, it genuinely does something that is tricky to do by hand. So it actually really does solve an issue for a pleb like me who can't do these by hand.
Do you know what? I put it in the same bracket as things like those little bits of plastic that help you hold chopsticks as a child. If it gets you into trying new things and new cuisines and experimenting and is a stepping stone, then fair play. I don't think you're going to get many people using this
once they've used it a couple of times.
If
You're
losing the art of learning the skill.
Yep.
And after many years of doing this, I haven't learnt the skill. I like it, and the first couple of times is always rubbish. In fact, the first time using this was rubbish. But then you get a knack for it, and it gets better and better and better. That's the point of cooking, in my opinion. Mixed results, as is always the case.
Quite therapeutic though, isn't it?
All dumpling making is, and I like it.
It's really nice. I'm having a lovely time, Ebbers.
There we go.
You're a
That one's all right.
facilitator. Yes, there you go.
Happy with those, let's get them steaming.
Well, let's give them a go.
Not great.
No?
Well, I mean, they're not pretty anymore.
You were so sorry. It's just seconds ago in the edit, you were so optimistic.
It might be partly the dough that has
I want a cross section.
changed.
Forgive the knife and fork.
They look like balls with an imprint.
Lovely
Yeah,
stuff.
you've just lost all the delicateness of it, which I think is a shame.
Could have been the thickness of the dough, although we did try thick and thin, didn't we?
Could have been the style of dough.
I think what you're looking for in a proper dumpling is you want the handheld twist as well to really get the edges. There's very little for the soy to cling onto.
I mean, I'm going to eat it. And it's going to be delicious.
It's going to be delicious. The filling is beautifully moist because it's trapped in.
Oh, done for me?
Oh, I can't hear anything, can you, Emma? It's like, let's just dig in here. Oh, lovely.
Whilst you enjoy your bowl, let's have a chat about money. How much do we spend on this?
I mean, it sells a promise more than a piece of kit, right?
£7.
Baron?
£6.99.
£4.28.
Yeah, it's cheap and cheerful, and it does a pretty good job.
Okay, so here's the question. Has it bowled you over, or is it a load of bowel looks?
Not even going there. It's solidly in the middle. It's certainly not bowed me over, but it's not complete rubbish.
If people are willing to take a punt on it for a £5, kids or people who are going to go out their way to make bow to use it, it will get them into doing something really cool. I'm just not sure whether it works, therefore it's a load of bow looks.
Okay, should we move on to the next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on a roll, let's keep moving. Lift.
It's your turn, Chef. Okay, this is what I come to expect.
It's got sucker feet. Something you do for 3 or 5 minutes inside of there.
It's got a timer, it's got an on button. What's that doing? Is it heating?
Water bath. Oh, it vibrates. Suddenly I'm more interested because now it does something
your
more.
bowels in it.
Now it does something more interesting than I thought.
Well, I'll tell you, this is the Sony Chef Precision Sonic Culinary Infusion System. The Sony Chef gently drives aromatic compounds deep into delicate proteins, soft herbs, and emulsions. Whether you're exploring cold infusions for broths and oils or fast-tracking marination, the Sony Chef brings lab-grade precision to the kitchen counter.
I think this is hokum, but you had an expression on your face as in like, this could make sense.
No, well, when he said the word Sonic, I suddenly thought, is it to mix oil and vinegar? Do you throw dressing ingredients in there and it basically vibrates them together, save you whisking them together? And that I was like, could work. Don't know why it would. If it takes 3 to 5 minutes, just do it by hand. And honestly, you can do it quicker by hand.
But it's an agitator. So the reason my Sonic toothbrush works so well is because of the rate of the vibrations, that helps the cleaning process.
Yep.
So at the rate of this vibration, are you actually going to quicken marination or flavour fusing?
I don't know enough about the membrane of our ingredients.
I'll give you some.
So if you do some chilli, I'll do some ginger straight in here. Not even going to bother peeling it.
This is all about time saving, so you know.
Is it about time saving
Well,
or is it about
I don't know.
penetration? Is it how far you can get that flavour into your proteins or ingredients?
Well, they bang on about mise en place, the fact that this can be fit into the kitchen setup, and you can chuck the ingredients in there last minute, push a button, and you've got yourself a more efficient marinade.
Lemon, ginger, bit of chilli, splash in some of those ingredients. Some oil,
Sesame oil, lovely stuff.
plenty. Is that vinegar or is that
That
soy?
is soy sauce, but it's with fish. It's fish soup stock.
Teaspoon then. Whoa.
Whoa, mirroring.
Same again. I'm not going to mix it. Every
yeah.
chefy urge wants me to mix that, but I'm just going to throw the clams in. Already prepped, I presume.
Yep, and steamed.
Here we go. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix them all in.
With his index finger.
Yep, important. And then I'm going to take half of them back out because they've now just in the marinade but no Sonic. And then we'll Sonic these ones.
Okay.
It's focusing on delicate ingredients, so we've gone for a
delicate
ingredient, soft meat, as well as light herbs and so on. So the whole point of this is the sonic waves open up the pores of whatever ingredient may be and help to fuse one another. So it's not all about getting flavours just into the clams, it's about getting the flavours out of everything else as well. Yes?
Can I ask a question? What's the water droplet?
Well, it's wet.
Yeah,
After
fine.
cover,
Yeah,
so
but
it's fine.
there's a button. So there's a timer, there's a 3, a 5 minute light, and then there's a water droplet light. What does that mean?
Yeah, no instructions on that bit. Doesn't mention what that is, but I'm guessing, is it longer than 5 minutes? Keep going, push it and find out.
Give it a shot at 3 minutes and see what the results are.
So it says perfect for infusing aromatics into delicate shellfish, flower petals, fresh herbs, fruit segments, or slow extracted stocks.
Yeah, I imagine things like berries, segmented citrus, you can already see all the individual pores essentially in that. Does it drastically reduce marination time?
Supposedly, yes. I'm not sure it would do the thicker marinades. It was only for the watery ones.
We're done.
It's not going to look at all different. It's going to be completely underwhelming. So this is all now down to, we know what clams taste like.
Yep.
What do they taste like when in 3 minutes they've just been submerged in a mixture that we literally stirred with a spoon? And then what does Sonic do? One that's been submerged.
Tasty.
Tasty. What you get is a lot of the liquid.
Subtle, yeah.
You can get the ginger because I think it's been grated. Not really getting much chilli, but there's a slight warmth there. Whereas this, in theory, all the chili's been shaken out and into everything else. Cheers.
Cheers. Still quite subtle, but I got a little bit more sweetness, in all honesty.
I didn't.
Really?
Again, this is a sample experiment of one, using clams and a handful of ingredients we splashed in. I don't think there's any difference. But the other way round, would it infuse liquids out of, is it adding clamness to the marinade rather than adding the marinade to the clam? As in, if you were to put oils, vinegars and pollens or fennel or floral leaves or herbs in, would it infuse better?
I genuinely think there's a difference. I think it's very, very subtle. I think I could taste the mirin more in that. It's not enough to blow your socks off after 3 minutes.
Okay, well now you know its impact on this recipe. We should try some more, but can you take a guess on how much we paid for it?
35 quid.
Whoa.
It feels quite light. Yes, there's a mechanical mechanism. I'm going to say 25.
It's closer, 39.99.
I can't really think of many examples where this would benefit me in my home cooking, in all honesty, in this quantity.
Okay, well, I've got a question for you.
Good?
Does it send you good vibrations or should it just buzz off?
I want to experiment more with it. I want you guys to comment down below what else we should try in it, because this, I don't think, has done much in 3 minutes.
Okay.
I thought I could taste a subtle difference, which meant I got the tremors of good vibrations without it fully delivering earth-shattering moments.
Okay.
So for me, the beginnings of possible good vibrations, just like any date with Evers.
Maybe it's all about the placebo.
Let's continue on with these good vibrations to a corker. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Please lift the cloche.
I'm apprehensive.
Barry,
Kitchen Gadget.
I don't know what this is. I've seen one of these.
you've seen one of these? And why has it got an indent here?
That bit's very important.
I've got no idea.
I'll give you half a clue.
Yeah, I've seen it on Instagram and it's positioned like an absolute joke on purpose, but that also does something.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm so off put. I'm lost.
Corn. It's for putting butter on corn.
Oh, is this for spicy corn?
Yeah.
Boys, this is the Cobb Quickie. The Cobb Quickie, hands down the easiest way to butter your corn. With our latest offering, grab yourself a fresh stick of butter or go to town on...
Go to town.
Grab yourself a fresh stick of butter and go to town on your cob. Simply insert the butter onto your firm grip centre and then lather your corn from top to bottom.
Now what I would say is
It's time to show off your great technique at your next barbecue.
This is a secret Santa, essentially.
Yeah, from my understanding, this is a US product. So this actually should fit, you know, the US stick of butter.
Should I just go for it?
Yeah, please.
Trouble is,
Oh, we haven't got like the
I want a stick.
I feel like, yeah, it should be on a stick.
great bit of business.
Yeah, I get how it works. I don't get why. Well, I can see why.
Well, here's why.
This video.
This is ridiculous.
But that is a buttered bit of corn.
So its design allows for a straightforward buttering process, reducing effort and time.
It absolutely reduces buttery fingers. Do you know what? It actually works, doesn't it?
I mean, it works. And then it's all about, I guess, getting the right angle to get the end as well.
It's the
because
perfect
doing it like
gadget.
that, the tip wasn't getting enough attention. So I feel like
No! Don't you point
it's
it
as
at me.
much about an angle as it is. But then I think, I'm 38 by the time this comes out.
I think this is the perfect cooking gadget for this format because it's novelty, it's made us laugh, and it does actually work.
But all the things that I find irritating, it doesn't fit in your kitchen drawer very well. Now I have a greasy palm, it is going to be difficult to wash up, I think. I don't think it's the most efficient way.
Okay, interesting.
I think actually, if you just peel back the foil on your stick of butter, you can just use that.
Would you
to rub
say-
on your corn? If spicy corn's your thing, that's the way to do it.
Wonderful.
That was $7.99 well spent, I imagine.
You're a trained
You're going for
chef.
$7.99?
Yeah.
Mike, what do you reckon we spent on today?
I reckon it's a less than £10 Secret
Okay.
Santa or equivalent birthday present for that person that you want them to unwrap at the pub when you
Okay.
go for birthday drinks and you want them to feel embarrassed.
I'm not sure, but this may be an influencer product. You know, think of the R&D that took. So I'm going to say £20.
It is an unnecessary invention, and it is $29.99.
Yes, I'm not.
I mean, we have got more than that in AdSense revenue back off this, so I'm happy, but I'm not sure anybody else needs one.
Time for a question, and don't worry, I have behaved myself. Is it amazing, or will you toss it?
You did not behave yourself. I think it's amazing.
I think given the fun we've had in the last couple of minutes, it's amazing.
And we've still got one more to go.
You're a
not sure I
qualified
want-
trained chef.
I'm not sure I want to eat it now, that's the only thing.
Final one, lift the cloche.
After you, chef.
Oh, it's like a cloche under a cloche.
It's for smoking.
So that's going to go on a heat, right? Heat source or steam?
These are all handmade.
I think you're
okay.
right, Mike. It allows for, given the mesh, some sort of vapour, whether it is smoke, essence, steam, to pass up through and into there. But why is it that shape?
Why is there a hole
Why
in
is
the
it a
top?
hole? And what does it sit on top of?
To help you work it out, it is made to go over an open flame,
Okay.
Open flame.
so you can get your hob on.
Flame's going to go here. It's going to heat up this edge. Whatever's inside here is going to boil, steam, evaporate, come up the sides and condense back down the middle. So is it a way of drying something,
Shall I tell them?
toasting something?
Coffee beans.
Oh, it's
it's
a
a coffee
coffee
bean
roaster.
roaster.
Boys, this is the Hive Coffee Roaster. So it's a handheld hybrid drum roaster that is easy to use whilst offering complete control. Handmade from high quality stainless steel and sustainable hardwood, the roaster will roast coffee which rivals expensive specialty grade coffee from high-end shops.
So at this point, presumably they've been through the fermenting process, just not the roasting process.
Shall I eat one?
By all means.
Right, they're not as crunchy as when they're roasted. This wouldn't go well on the top of an espresso martini.
The roaster will take up to 6 ounces of coffee beans, so you might want to measure that out before popping it in.
I'm really glad I did taste it
Yeah.
because these taste nothing like coffee.
Yeah.
They're quite vegetal.
So you want to have your roaster warmed through, then pop your beans in, lid on, and then agitate.
To pre-warm it,
You have to hold it.
you have to hold it because the handle's too heavy relative to the base, unless you've got the lid on. And if you heat it up with a lid,
You need it.
it's going to get very hot very quick. I mean, if you preheat it with the beans,
Perfect.
which isn't preheating, but if you do that, the weight's going to do the job.
Wow.
Quickly pop the lid on. And you want to be agitating and moving for the next 12 to 14 minutes.
Oh, I can smell it already.
Yeah.
You want to keep moving it so the beans don't burn at the bottom. This first stage is about drying out the beans. We're not roasting yet. Also, the agitation helps remove the chaff.
I imagine you'll get a different sound as well as you get rid of the chaff and as it dries out.
The chaff.
Yeah.
What's the chaff?
Yeah, it's like the chaff is the husk.
Okay, but I've just never heard the word chaff
You
used.
just said it.
No, but for a husk.
Yeah, it's a coffee. Yeah, it's called the chaff in the coffee world. There's an incineration tower running up the middle of your pan, and this allows the open flame to rise up through that, and it reacts with the smoke and the steam given off from the beans to add to the flavour. without creating nasty smoke to taint the beans.
It's absolutely doing all the things that you said it should be.
Chaff everywhere. It smells like coffee. It looks more like coffee, a light roast. Should we just tip them out and see what happens?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, we are getting there. There's a little bit of
Keep them moving.
burnage. Yeah, let's keep going, because otherwise it's not going to taste good.
Good find, Baz.
Yeah. Baz, I think we're in the final phase.
Yeah!
Yes, that's the colour. Couple of burnies, but that's fine.
Dechaff, and then we need them to cool, and then we will grind.
Increase surface area to cool.
Lovely smell, lovely smell. This is great.
I really like the 1, 2, 3, 4 different.
The 4 degrees of roasting.
Yeah.
Now our beans have cooled, we've ground them in the machine upstairs. It's now time to make a cup of coffee.
Now, whether that's the right grind for the cafetiere is
Probably not.
almost certainly not, but let's just use it to steep and taste. Lovely. Now, we'll give it a couple of minutes to steep all the goodness out, but it already smells different to just smelling it dried. Just to taste it.
A little taster.
Considering that was the blind leading the blind, in terms of how fiercely hot and far we roasted it, how final coarse we ground it, and weights and measures and times for the brew was all guesswork, that's pretty damn tasty.
Really? Yes!
I don't know enough about what taste you're going to get from the deep roast, other than the fact it's very tasty, very fruity. It's actually the kind of coffee that I now realise I really like.
Yeah.
I think the key for me was the whole experience, because it was never anything that I'd done before, but it was actually quite simple to do, was just a pleasure, and it was just really enjoyable.
Do you like the process? You like the taste? How much do we pay for the product?
I think £40.
I think the only people buying this are people who are really into their coffee and therefore are prepared to spend a bit more on handmade, handcrafted items, maybe as much as £50.
63 quid.
It's a lot for a very bit of lightweight metal, but where else are you going to go to get one? I'd never seen one before. I'm kind of fascinated by it.
Almost so bespoke, they could probably charge what they like for it if there's a market for it.
Okay, so the question, does it give you beautiful results, or are you just left sifting through the chaff?
Oh, very good, very funny, very clever. This is a beautiful result.
Beautiful, yeah.
Amazing!
Really cool.
Well, there you go, some incredible gadgets. Let us know down below which one... Actually, there's one more thing. Of all the gadgets we've been looking at today, one of them was a complete fake and didn't exist. We made it up. Everyone at home has been playing along, trying to work out which one was fake, and now it's over to you guys.
What?
Yeah. Let's bring them all back out again, and let's work out which one was the fake.
Very well played, because I did not think we were doing this.
Well, hook, line and sinker, I believed everything you told me.
Yeah.
Right, what do you think? Comment now, down below, lock it in. Was it the Bowsy dumpling maker, the Sonny chef, the Cobb Quickie?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah! Or the Hive coffee roaster? Let's start with the ones that you think are real.
You said you'd seen this before.
Yeah, I've seen it before. Like, I think
It's sold as its thing.
It's sold as is, so that
But
is not
perhaps
fake.
with its tongue firmly in its cheek.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
We went full circle on this, as in, I want to try it, I did it, and then the results were pretty naff. Maybe the results were pretty naff because it's not what it's supposed to do. Has he found this in a garden centre, and is it supposed to be for something else?
But it works so
Hive.
well. Is that for bee smoking?
Bee smoking. Is this for smoking out the hives to get the honey for the bees, and you've
I
repurposed
said
it
it
for
was
coffee?
a smoker.
But this can't be real. It didn't work. You said it worked, and I disagree. I think it's rubbish.
But now this whole process has now made me really question what I genuinely thought, which I thought I could taste the difference, and I'm going to look like an idiot.
And
if
I
it's-
said at the time, maybe it's just placebo.
Oh, gosh.
Please reveal your answers in 3, 2, 1.
Sonic.
Hive.
Oh.
After thinking it did something, I'm now questioning it. I think it's got to be for something else.
Now the brief has changed. I think maybe you picked it up at a garden centre and it's for apiarists.
Well, I can reveal that the fake kitchen gadget is Sony Chef or Sonny Chef. Completely
Well
made
done,
up.
Mike.
It's actually,
I backed it.
it actually exists to clean your glasses or your keys, to vibrate the dirt.
Sonic
out of-
vibrations on jewellery and glass.
I made the parallel between that and my toothbrush, so, you know.
Exactly.
I
that's
think there's something in it. It makes clams taste of mirin.
But we had a lot of fun trying to work out what the heck sonic infusion could
Well, there's a logic to the science. As I said, I didn't think it made any difference.
No.
Turns out, doesn't.
Well done.
be. Did you get it? Comment down below. And if you enjoyed this ridiculous version of Kitchen Gadgets, let us know and we'll do more like it.